Reid, what game are you? I'm saying something.
Okay, go ahead.
What game are you addicted to right now? Your hyperfixation game.
I was just gonna say my microphone smells like potatoes. I don't know why.
What the heck?
It's weird.
You know, only you
That's
touch
weird.
your mic,
Yeah.
right? So
I don't know. It's just I smelled it and it was weird.
Mine
did you have
doesn't smell
potatoes
like
last time
anything.
you
I don't think so.
recorded?
You
an
got
episode?
anything stuck in your beard over there?
I don't believe so.
I did hear a story that for lunch the other day you only had potatoes and beans.
That is
So-
true. Yeah, it was a leftover lunch, and that's what we had. So that's what I ate.
Did you season anything?
The beans were previously seasoned. They were leftovers.
Like refried beans, black beans?
They were pinto beans that I made in the crock pot.
Crock-pot pinto beans.
Yeah,
And what kind of potatoes are we working with
with
here?
tomatoes. They had tomatoes in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and what kind of what?
Potatoes are we working with here?
My wife made them. They were like the small red potatoes, I think.
Okay.
Like the red skinned potatoes,
Yeah.
and then just mashed. That's it.
Just mashed?
potatoes and beans.
I just feel like there's just like not even a dash of salt in that meal.
No, there was salt, garlic salt in the beans.
In the beans.
I put garlic salt in the
In
beans.
the beans.
There was, I think it was cumin,
Okay.
chicken, not broth.
It's all cumin together now.
Chicken bouillon. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Garlic salt. I said that. Tomatoes, pinto beans, yeah, and crushed red pepper flakes.
Man.
I believe.
If you were writing that down, I hope you did, because
Yeah.
this is Reid's lunch. so-
Secret recipe.
Secret
yeah.
recipe.
Anyway,
That sounds
Give
delicious.
me the formuoli.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. That sounds
it's
so
pretty good. I don't know. I've been harping on this quite a bit recently. I don't know why. In current society, we have this idea that every meal has to have like a main entree and like 4 sides. Maybe not
I don't know
4
if
sides.
I've ever heard you harp on this, but
Yeah, it's
go
a
off.
new thing. Why
Go-
did we
go
let
off,
this
Reid.
happen?
Yeah.
No, go
Why did
ahead,
we let
go
this
ahead.
happen?
But like
on your soapbox.
for a long time, all of human existence, sometimes a meal was just a meat, or it was just bread, or it was
Just a meat.
or just a vegetable.
Just a meat.
And now we feel like we have to have a meat and a vegetable and a bread and a fruit and a legume or whatever. We have to have everything.
Legume.
But sometimes it's okay to just eat beans and potatoes. You know, like the burger. The burger was invented to be a full meal on its own. It's got everything you need. in
Everything
one
you need.
convenient,
Honestly?
one convenient handheld device.
I don't feel like
And-
you can use that as a
And
good
now we
example.
have to have sides with the burger as well. Just what is that?
I feel like you can use that as a good example because it does contain a lot of the things that you need, and I think
Right.
the way culturally it's come up with like a main dish and some sides is to get all the nutrients and all the things that you need throughout the day.
Is this really what we're talking about? Is this really what the podcast is about?
This is
Americans.
not. This is not on the like
Not on our docket
script
here,
for
but
today.
we're
but
going off script. Okay.
Look.
Yeah, look. Sides are good, and so is food. So what's the deal? Why do you want less food? Why do you want to eat less good things?
Why do you
just
need
eat
more food?
smaller portions?
Yeah. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. But I feel
Listen,
like
there's a lot of
I feel like I'm
sides to
catching.
this argument.
I feel like I'm catching a lot of flack for eating beans, potatoes, but for
Yeah, a little
for
bit.
most of human existence, having both of those at one time, that's luxury right there.
Hey man,
It's luxury.
Listen, just throw some ground beef in there, and then
Yeah.
you know
Why? I already had a protein.
get some more
But that-
protein.
okay.
I had protein for dinner.
Do you
fine.
have protein powder or protein shakes when you work out?
I used to. I don't anymore. Just I don't know.
Was this before or after the bean and potato situation? I had enough protein in these beans.
way before? Way before. Yeah.
So good.
I've never done that. So
I don't work out that seriously anymore, so
Yeah.
it's like I don't need protein powder.
yeah.
It's whatever. All natural.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wow.
Well, let's go like 10 minutes back to where
Yeah.
Liz asked at the start of the
Yeah,
episode.
what the heck? You're like totally
question.
diverting. What game is your? To both of you, because you're both little gamer boys.
Gamers.
Well, the game that I'm currently focused on is Stardew Valley.
One more time.
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
Yeah, that's right. Stardew Valley. It's a farming game. You basically are a little.
In space.
No,
Not in space.
Where's the start? Where does this start?
Stardew Valley.
Well, Stardew Valley is
it's in the coast of California.
Stardew Valley.
Oh,
know. I
that's
actually have
the
no
name of the
The
city.
name of the place is Stardew Valley. It's a
Oh.
little town.
Pelican Town.
That's Pelican Town in Stardew
It's
Valley.
In Stardew Valley, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the amazing thing about this game, it was all coded and created by one man.
Designed, coded, the music, the writing,
No way.
all of it. One dude.
That's so impressive.
I'm
His
so
name is Concerned Ape.
yeah. That's his like
his gamer name.
his guy name or whatever.
Yeah, his guy
His
name.
company name or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what you call it. His what is it? Like you have a stage
name?
Yeah, you know, like
Pseudonym.
A pseudonym. But he I'm endlessly jealous of this dude and just that he did that is
Yeah.
so cool to me. Like that's just the coolest thing in the world.
Well, he's about to put out a second game that he
did
done
all-
all by himself
Wow.
called The Haunted Chocolatier.
Oh, I've heard about this.
What a
Yeah.
goofy
I've heard about this.
guy.
Yeah.
What a goofy little guy.
But but he also has kept up with like updates for the game and stuff. He's done a really amazing job. It's a really great game, and it's got a ton of like hidden lore.
You're talking Stardew Valley.
Stardew
again?
Valley,
Okay.
yeah, it's got a ton of hidden lore, and people have crafted theories about all this stuff. So in the game, the intro scene, you are a guy who's working in like a coding shop. Not sure a coding shop, like an office job where you're like coding or whatever.
Yeah.
And your character is like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this. You find out your grandfather left you a farm. And so you go to the farm and you quit working and you just become a farmer and you bring this farm back up to working condition. Mm-hmm. But then you also can like interact with all the townspeople and build relationships, and you can even date them and get married and have kids.
And
Wow.
then divorce them and
can.
sell the kids' souls to like a
No,
wizard.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
That's all
absolutely.
true.
You
That
turn
is
them
all
into
true.
doves.
Yep.
If you don't want your kids anymore, they turn into doves, and then it's so.
Okay, that's kind of jacked.
It's really dark. It's
Right, yeah.
crazy.
So I just got married in the game. And
Did you tell Aubrey?
Well, yeah. Before we
She
started,
officiated.
before we started, I told her, I was like, "Hey, do you want to help me pick my wife for this game?" And so
What'd
I
she
walked
say?
her through who all the people were, and she was like, "No, you can pick." I was like, "This is dangerous, right?"
She's like, I don't like this game anymore.
I played the game. Meredith gets mad no matter what, but I always pick the blonde. So I'm just
Oh,
like, you know.
that she's the worst. I hate her.
She's got an arc.
Her name
She's
is
got an
Haley,
arc.
and I don't like her at all.
Yeah, don't be a Haley hater
be a
because
Haley.
she has an arc. She changes.
I married
She's different.
Abigail.
Okay.
Abigail has purple hair.
She's a freak.
And she likes to eat rocks and like flowers and stuff. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But also
Reid, are you okay?
she likes to like sword fight and like kill monsters and stuff. But also there's some lore that people think she's the illegitimate child of the wizard and
In the
her
town,
mother. And her mother is married to the town like the general store owner. It's so funny because I hate the general store owner.
Really?
I love the wizard. The general store
Interesting.
Pierre, he's
Yeah.
the worst, man.
Why?
He's like the most cutthroat. Like he's trying to gouge the prices of all of
Yeah,
these
that's
small
true.
farm people.
You're not wrong.
But he's also like, oh, I'm the good guy because I'm not Joja Mart.
He's
you
not
know?
the corporate.
He's not the
There's
corporate
also
guy.
a corporate like
But he's
store
trying-
that's trying to invade the
There's
town.
so
He's
much that
trying
I
to do
just
the
don't
same
know.
thing.
Oh my gosh.
He's trying to do the same thing as Joja Mart, but he's also like, oh, but I'm the good guy. I'm not Joja Mart.
It's expensive to live in Pelican Town. He's got to provide for his family and the building.
Well,
that,
he doesn't
you know.
anymore because she lives on the farm with me.
Dang.
So-
Well, not for her.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if she could be like a companion since she like
does
that stuff. She
like,
goes
yeah.
to the caves or whatever.
Is this a mobile
Monster Sling.
game? Is this a console game?
Computer and Xbox.
It's on mobile
And
it is-
Switch.
Yeah, it's on like every device. You could get it on your I don't know. I was trying to think of like your calculator, like your TI Texas Instruments.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Efrain? What's your hyperfixation game right now?
Hyperfixation game right now.
I can tell you what it is.
Oh yeah,
I see
yeah,
him on it all the time.
It's so it's between two right now because for the last couple of months it's been a game called Project Zomboid,
Right.
which is a
Right.
zombie game, which is there's been like a million of those.
Yeah.
But this one is like an open world, isn't new, but the style and the art style is that it's an isometric third person open world zombie game and it's like intense survival So what it means is that it
Yeah,
looks like
please.
Zoo Tycoon. Have you played Zoo Tycoon?
Absolutely not.
You didn't play that?
No.
Or Roller Coaster Tycoon?
I mean, I've seen it being
Mm-hmm.
Why
played.
did you
I
go to
have
Zoo
not.
Tycoon first?
Yeah, I played Zoo Tycoon more
Roller
than
Coaster
as a
Tycoon
kid.
is the
I know, I
more
get it.
famous
No,
one.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I just played more Zoo Tycoon as a kid, and so it's what I do that first all the
Did you
time.
play Aquarium Typhoon? Tycoon?
Typhoon? Did you play that one? Tycoon,
I know.
Typhoon Tycoon? Is that what you just said?
Typhoon, yeah.
That's so good. Yeah. Anyway,
I know what it is.
basically the same kind of art style.
Okay.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
Today.
It's rough.
And it's
But on purpose?
On purpose.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Not many people, as far as like the massive public play this
Right,
game.
right.
But it's really fun.
Oh,
I've had a
Efrain
good time
said,
with it.
I'm different.
I'm really not trying to be different. I would love if everyone
gamer.
played it. I promise. I would love if everyone played it, but nobody wants to play
Yeah, I
it
like
with me.
to play indie games. Indie
would
games
play-
that you haven't heard of.
Hey, listen,
I just-
you were playing an indie game. It's just popular, okay? So don't hate on me. But now, in the last couple of weeks, I started playing this game called Rocket League that is
Can you
hugely
please-
popular.
little tiny indie
Little
game.
tiny
called
indie game.
Can
Rocket
you
League.
please explain this game? Because at work, all I hear is Rocket League.
Rocket League. It's
Yeah.
the simplest format and like formula for a game that has come out, I think, in a long time. It's just soccer, but you play as a car and you control a little RC looking car.
Well, and you can also boost.
When
and you can fly a little bit.
You can do flips and you can have a little extra boost things that show up on the
That's
on the
just
pitch.
not what
That's
I
it.
thought. The way it is talked about so like
Yeah.
intensely and with so much like passion,
Mm-hmm.
I assumed it was something very vastly different.
Well, the thing with it is
not
that
car soccer.
that's it. That's literally it. But it's really cool because the mechanics of the game are pretty in depth. Like you can control your car in a lot of different ways that are really specific. And so they're the like skill gap of people who just turn on the game and just drive around and do it versus like there are sports leagues, people making money to play this
Professionals,
game.
yeah.
Professionals. The skill gap is huge. Like it's enormous.
Wow.
Huge.
China.
China. And so it's crazy because anyway, I started playing recently and I'm not very good, but my brother and all my friends
Yeah.
kind of play this game because everybody plays this game, right? And so I was like, I didn't feel very good at it, and I was like, I don't want to like dive into this thing, and so I was just playing at one point. I was just like, I'll just load it up. I'll start playing, and then my brother and a couple guys were like, oh yeah, we'll join you. We'll play. And so we're playing in this match, and I'm just trying my best because I've watched them play a couple times. I'm like, okay, I know what they do. I don't know exactly how to do it, but like I've seen what they do. And so I'm trying my best, and they're like gassing me up the whole time. And I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. And so basically it just like positive reinforcement like made me want to play the game
Yeah.
more because I was like, oh, like I'm actually
He's been
decent at this.
indoctrinated.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just a trick by them.
He
They
was
just-
gaslit. That's what that
they were gaslighting me.
you're so good, man.
Dude, you're so good at this
Wow, I can't believe you just touched that ball.
And so
Look at you going in a forward
it just gave me
motion.
so much dopamine, and so it just felt so great. And so anyway, yeah, I started playing more, and I'm working
and
on
now
getting better.
he's entered into a professional tournament.
I'm now MLG, yeah, Major League Gamer. I'm just kidding.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
What game? What is a game you played most recently? Not your fixation, because I don't think you have those with games. But
What game I have played most recently?
yeah,
Like board game
Nope.
or like video game?
gotta be video game.
Give me a video game, yeah.
Overcooked.
Overcooked.
And it was
okay.
a few months ago,
perfect
which
game,
I would
yeah.
like. So I think what would be great for me is in a high stress job that I hold is to have some sort of outlet other than like just scrolling social media on my phone.
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
So like I really don't want to do a crafty thing because I just
You're
don't.
not a crafty girly,
I can
And of course,
be.
you don't want to do drugs.
but there is always Minecraft.
Right. I don't want to do drugs. You know, that gets expensive.
Nothing else, just the expense.
That's it. That's the only problem.
Crafty things. I feel like you need a lot of space and a lot of storage for crafty things. You know
Again,
what I'm saying?
Minecraft is on the game,
So y'all talking about like this, and I've recently a lot of people like re-brought up Animal Crossing. So I'm
Right,
like, I
right.
don't know. Do I? This is a
You're gonna dive in.
slippery
You're gonna
slope.
be a
I
gamer
don't know.
girl.
I don't know.
It is a slippery slope.
But yeah, Overcooked is fun. I forget to breathe during Overcooked, but it
Oh
is.
no,
My
But
wife
it's a lot of
forgets to
fun.
blink.
my eyes hurt.
Usually after I'm done playing, I go like just short, shallow
The
breaths the whole time.
stress.
Yeah, the stress of it.
It can get pretty stressful.
Yeah, that game is intense. I've only ever played with one other person, my wife.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you can play with like 4 people, right? It's
Yeah.
like
That sounds like a terrible
You would be-
idea.
I know.
Well, then the level scale in
Right,
difficulty
okay.
based on how many people you have. So it's not like it gets easier the more people you have. It
Right.
gets harder.
Yeah,
But it is fun. It's a
It's
good
a
time.
super fun.
definitely
game.
set
Yeah.
a lot of fires in the kitchen, and we just
Oh,
like
yeah.
hit reset and try
Trash,
again.
trash. Go wash the dishes.
Yeah,
Hurry.
yeah.
We don't have plates.
Have y'all gotten into Candy Crush much?
I've played once or twice.
I think we actually mentioned this a couple weeks ago on the podcast.
You actually said Clash of Clans.
Oh, did I say
You
Clash
did,
of Clans?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
oops.
I know you meant Candy Crush.
Oh, I meant
but I
Candy
wasn't
Crush.
gonna.
Do you have
correct
an underground like Candy Crush like ring, like betting ring or something? That
It's
you've got
just an
going on?
addiction. That's
It's
all.
an addiction.
It's just a Candy Crush addiction. That's all it is.
So this was just us getting an intervention set up for Reid.
For Reid.
I don't play it much anymore. I used to play a whole lot, and then I quit, and then like all my stuff got deleted, which is probably good. And so I play casually sometimes when I'm just like mindlessly listening to a book or something. It's like one of those things that like I don't have to focus on, so I can actually like
Right.
listen to a book and do it. It's like I have like ADHD brain where I can't just listen to a book or I start thinking about other things.
Right.
But
so you gotta like occupy
Right.
just nonsense.
Right.
That's
so
why
that
I
you
like
can
doing
focus.
audiobooks while I'm driving.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Great one.
But I can't do like an audiobook and something important because then I
Yeah.
have to focus on one or the other.
Yeah.
I need like one
Same.
important thing, like one real focus thing and one mind numbing thing.
Right. Yeah.
So
Do you think that's a symptom of like the culture that we're in? Like
sure.
there's just like a problem. Everybody needs so much more to do. We can't just focus on one
Just
simple
can't
thing.
be.
I don't know.
Let
I
it
just
be.
I don't think I could just like sit in a room, stare off in like out a window listening to an audiobook. Like I need to be doing something else.
Right.
See, maybe we need to go on more walks. Just go on a walk.
I also
and just
listen when I go on
desensitized.
walks.
Well, don't walk. Don't listen. Just
Don't walk.
don't walk. Crawl while you listen to your audiobooks.
Roll down the sidewalk.
Have you ever rolled down a hill?
Yes.
Yes.
You should try that with an audiobook. Maybe
I don't.
Maybe
think
it'll be
that's
different.
helpful.
Okay. Anyways, I came across the whole Candy Crush thing. I came across this article. Priest arrested for using church funds on Candy Crush and other mobile games.
Priest.
great.
Is this a Catholic priest? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
A Catholic priest in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, spent over $40,000 of church funds on mobile games, including Candy Crush and Mario Kart. I don't know what exactly
Mario Kart
you're
mobile.
purchasing in Mario Kart.
More
Probably skins.
More red shells, baby.
I wonder. I didn't know Mario Kart had a mobile.
Mario Kart skins.
I don't know.
Yeah, I bet it's just blue shells. That's probably what it's.
So-
bullet bills.
On the
Mario Kart Tour. Wow.
Yeah, I've heard of the game. I don't think I've really played it though.
I didn't know it existed.
See, yeah, because it's like a paywall game because you can't really play unless you pay for it. So it makes sense that he spent so much money. So wait, so
Yeah. So on April 25th, this priest was charged with stealing over $40,000 in church funds.
oh my gosh,
From I'm not going to name the church. You can look up this article if you want to.
Pottstown. Yeah.
Hey, what's the priest's name?
But Candy Crush was like the main
The main
game
guy.
that
Wow.
like the money was being funneled to. On November of 22, after an internal investigation determined that he spent an astronomical amount of Apple transactions on the church's credit card, spanning from September of 2019 through July 22. So he also used the funds to buy other like gifts for his goddaughter or for like
Okay.
things in his personal life.
So, but
Right,
the
so-
40,000 was
Yeah.
solely from mobile
Solely,
games.
yeah.
Oh my
Isn't
gosh.
that crazy?
Well, I would like to tell you that it's not as crazy as you think.
Reid, what? Reid,
time
no,
out.
what are
I
you
have
about to
not-
say?
okay,
What are you about to say
I
right now?
personally have never
Jeez.
spent money on a mobile game.
Oh, good for you.
I don't spend
Will
money
you
on
put your
mobile
hand
games.
on a Bible and swear to that?
Do not spend money on mobile games. But I have played these mobile games, like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Is
you
a big
played that
one.
a lot, yeah.
I used to play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It got to be very, what they call it is being a whale. So in this mobile game industry, they have different tiers of players, and whales are the ones who will spend like actual real money, like a lot of actual real money to stay competitive and at the top of the game.
Right.
And then there are other names that people have for like another one that's like mid tier. They call them dolphins, instead of whales.
I just feel like the stakes should not be that high.
They're not
for
really.
Candy Crush.
Well, Candy Crush is just like you got to buy lives or whatever, to keep going.
I was
because you
just
run
going to
out of
ask.
time.
That's the
Just
only
watch-
thing you
just
can
watch
buy?
the ad.
No, but you can buy, and Candy Crush, you can buy lives. You can buy things to help you win the game easier. To enter
What?
into like races to win prizes and stuff like that. Like not real prizes, in-game prizes.
That's so
It's just
strange.
it's all just a big addiction.
Yeah.
But there are people that spend like tens of thousands of dollars every month on mobile games.
Oh my gosh.
On mobile games.
Oh,
and
my
I've been
goodness.
in like guilds with these people who are spending money every month to stay at the top to get everything that comes out new, so that they're the best, the most.
No.
That's crazy.
Well,
It's insane. I can't imagine it.
Apparently, he told investigators in 2022 that the money was used to power up and give him an advantage while playing these mobile games.
Power up.
Power
He is
up.
currently, he has said that he is seeking counseling for this addiction.
Yeah,
Good.
So
It
way
is
to
an
go,
addiction.
buddy.
Wow.
Yeah. And so since then, he's been let go from obviously his position.
that's
But
good.
he has sent the church about $18,000 to start to repay.
He's working on
Well,
it.
I
okay,
know.
so that's
He's working
good.
on it.
A lot of people, when they get into this situation, a lot of priests, pastors, which it's really sad that we have to say that a lot of pastors get into this situation
Yeah,
where
this
they've
is so
misallocated church funds.
Yeah.
They just double down and say like, well, the Lord told me to do it. Or they just like run, cut and run.
Right.
Right.
I am at least glad that this guy is making
Yeah.
an effort to make amends for what he's done. That's
Poor
admirable.
guy. I feel like it's just, little buddy. Like that. That's all I
Little
feel
guy.
for him right
Addiction
now.
is a problem.
Yeah. I feel like we've talked about like spending addictions and gambling addictions way too much in the last few weeks.
Can we put the addiction number at the
Yeah,
bottom?
we need to
Addiction
go ahead and put that
counseling
out
number.
there. Yeah,
It's going to be in the
that's
show
insane.
notes. It'll be.
Yep, it'll be in the show notes. So,
insane.
if you
I
need to
can't
call
believe it.
someone, if you need help, please reach out. Send us a message.
Sure, and we'll
It's
give
not
you
a
the
laughing
number.
matter. We're so sorry
And
for
I will
laughing.
send some
We are not licensed counselors.
Candy Crush lives
No.
your way.
Enabling.
Yes, more.
You're an enabler.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think there's ways to spend money on games like Rocket League because it's one of those games where like it's simple, right? So there's nothing
Yeah.
else to do other than buy skins or buy new cars or whatever. And
So, like a lot of these games, you purchase it, make a one-time purchase.
No.
A monthly subscript. Break it
Well,
down.
it's not like a one-time purchase for the game. It's it's microtransactions, right? Where you purchase a skin one time, or you have to continue purchasing like currency to spend in game or currency for lives or whatever. So like it's just a recurring thing, not like a monthly subscription, but just like there's always
but like
something
the
new
game
to buy.
in and of itself,
It's
you're just
free.
like, oh, I see.
That's how they get you in.
Yeah, most games that are reliant on the microtransaction thing are free to play so that you are in their system or in their setup. And then they either get you to sign up for some sort of subscription to keep getting money to buy things or to unlock different things that only this person gets. But it's just a way for you to keep playing, to spend money.
Gotcha.
But it's never like, a big amount at once. Usually it's And then a lot of games now, and this is everywhere, Pokemon Go and
Right.
Candy Crush, all the things, you have to buy their in-game currency, or Fortnite, right? V-Bucks or whatever, right?
Right.
You have to buy their in-game currency, which is a certain amount, and then you can buy your other thing. But then, you've got other leftover money from it, so let me reload my in-game currency to buy other stuff. It's just an endless cycle.
Yeah, my niece is still pretty big into Roblox, and I was like, when her birthday was coming up, I'd asked her what she was interested in.
She's
like,
really too old for that.
what-
It's just,
No,
I'm just kidding.
She really is.
I'm just kidding.
But so I was asking her, like, give me some ideas for a gift or whatever. She goes, Robux,
Robux.
please. And I'm like, okay, like nothing else. She goes, Robux. I look at my sister and she's like, dear God, please. I'm tired of buying all of it. It's like, stop spending your money.
Please,
Yeah.
just give her the money.
Yeah.
It's a problem because it's mostly targeted to kids.
Yeah.
Right. Most of these games.
Well, it's easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have their parents' phone and
Right.
buying in-game currency.
I have seen a lot of
microtransactions.
times where people like parents don't have like they have like their credit card saved or whatever, and their kid just keeps buying stuff, and they don't know that like they're just too young to realize that like this stuff has a value,
Right.
And they're just like, yeah, I just want more lives. I just want
Yeah.
more lives, and they rack up like $1,000 bill or more.
So insane.
Parents don't know.
I keep seeing there's a couple of the same like news reports coming up on like TikTok and Reels where like kids are taking their parents' phone and getting on DoorDash or getting on Uber Eats and like
Right.
ordering or like even like calling Alexa and
Right.
like ordering. This one kid is like sitting on the table with like 50 cheeseburgers around him.
What?
Yeah.
Because he ordered it.
'Cause he ordered
through
it,
Alexa.
yeah.
Buy me 50 cheeseburgers from McDonald's.
Yeah.
See, you
Yeah.
have to enable your password requirement for all of your purchases on your phone, on your
Yeah.
devices. Don't don't let that be open. I don't know how anyone in 2024 like doesn't have that set already.
Just enable your Face ID.
right.
I don't save my credit card to anything, to
Right,
websites,
yeah.
to apps, to my phone. I don't save it to anything because then it's another step of me having to think, do I really
Correct.
need to buy this? Do I have to go get my credit card and
So
actually
smart.
purchase this? No, I
Yeah.
don't need it that bad.
Yeah,
You know?
I do the same thing. If
Yeah.
I can avoid it, I don't want to
Right.
leave it in there.
Wow.
My Google Chrome is always like, "Do you want to save your
No.
credit card and phone?" No, Google, leave me alone.
Which is not to
Wow.
keep it from getting stolen because it's out there. you know.
Right. Yeah.
But-
It's crazy. I saw as one more thing as from stolen, my buddy Justin got an email. He had an appointment with this one guy named like Jesse or something. And he was like waiting on like a invitation email from this guy. And he was like, "Oh, I'm getting on the Zoom call or whatever." He got an email that just said video call with Jesse or whatever. And it had nothing else, wasn't from the right email, wasn't anything. And he was like, "That's crazy. Like, how do they know that I have a call with this specific guy?"
It must have been on somebody's like Google Calendar or
Yeah.
Apple Calendar and somebody has access to it somehow.
Yeah,
That's
I was
insane.
like, change your passwords, man. You
Yeah.
got to change them. He was like, "I don't know which one it is. What
That's
to change?" I was like,
so
"Change them all."
Spooky.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
so spooky.
So, be careful with your passwords out there.
Yeah.
Set your Face ID up on your purchases on your phone, and don't let your kids buy food.
Robux.
Robux.
Food.
Just don't let them play video games. Just don't do it.
True. Read
It's
a
not
book.
worth it.
Library cards. You don't need a password.
Let us know what you're addicted to about video games. You can't stop playing.
And would you just eat beans and a potato?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Is it a meal? Let us know. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.